I want to talk to you about a few platforms where you can actually get $10,000 instantly with no pay stubs. And so the first one I want to share with you is NetCredit. So NetCredit is actually a great online lender. They actually can actually qualify also for an alternative lender, and you can get online personal loans up to $10,000, not a problem. Okay, and so the cool thing is that with NetCredit, you can actually have you have a soft pull program. So you do not want to get a hard pull right away. You can see how much you can qualify for. Maximum loan amount here is 10 grand. But what we have seen in our research is that for the last 5 years, people have been getting anywhere from $3,500 all the way to $7,000, but the maximum is $10,000. On NetCredit, you have two kinds of business, you have two kinds of funding possible. So you have personal loans and you have personal lines of credit. So this is really good. For the personal lines of credit, the amount is a little lower, but 10 grand is the maximum here. So the cool thing here is that with NetCredit, things can go really fast. You can apply within 2 minutes, so you can see if you are eligible. So this is kind of cool. And if you are eligible, you'll be able to customize the amount you borrow and your repayment schedule, not a problem. So the funding will usually happens within 24 to 72 hours, so one to 3 days. And so if you actually apply, let's say by 9 a.m. Pacific, you might actually get funded the next day around 3 p.m. Pacific. Okay, this is really cool. And the thing is that NetCredit is really reliable in terms of also helping you build personal credit, because they will report your payments to major credit bureaus, TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. Not a problem. And one thing I want to say also is that in general, when we think about NetCredit, we want to think about a business lender that's very, very reliable. But the only thing is they're not present in all 50 states. So you have an element of geo restriction there. So just make sure that NetCredit is present in your state. So here are the states where they are present. They are in Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, Arizona, California, Delaware, Florida. We're going to put the states on the screen. Okay, so let me just restart here. So Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, Arizona, California, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana. You have Nebraska, New Jersey, New Mexico, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Washington, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. So those are the states where they are present. So for a line of credit from NetCredit, you can get up to $4,500, or for a personal loan, up to $10,000. Boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Another lender that gives you $10,000 instantly with no pay stubs or credit check, you have Credit Ninja. And so Credit Ninja basically is pretty generous. And so Credit Ninja, normally they give you $5,000 maximum. But if you have had a business, if you have a personal employment history, if you have a job history for the last 3 years, they can actually bump up the amount to $10,000. But usually it's $5,000. Okay. So on Credit Ninja, you basically can get a loan even if you have bad credit. If you have no income, no income at the moment, okay. And basically with Credit Ninja, you have online installment loans. You also have personal loans. You also have bad credit loans. So you have a constellation of loans with Credit Ninja. What we love about Credit Ninja is that they're not asking you a lot of questions. They're not really bothering with too much paperwork. You have an easy online application process, and you can actually get your cash the same day if approved. And they also have a flexible repayment schedule. So we love that a lot. And what we love about Credit Ninja here is that you basically can apply. They have a soft pull program too, so you're not really jeopardizing your credit score right off the bat. You really can see what you can qualify for. And again, I just want to insist that the maximum here is $5,000. But if you have a job history for the last 3 years, you can actually qualify to up to $10,000. So you actually it takes about 2 to 3 minutes to actually fill out the form. You can apply online, not a problem. You can actually, so you see how much you tell Credit Ninja how much you want. You tell them how do I say it? You want to say how fast you want the loan. So you have to put the urgency of the loan. and basically you go through a soft pull and see how much you could qualify for, as well as the APR. But see, and so if you like what you see, you can actually just sign the paperwork, not a problem. Everything happens online though. Everything happens online. They'll give you a flexible repayment schedule. Usually it's up to 5 years, but depending on your credit history, you might get like 3 years. And but you do not have to have excellent credit to qualify for anything. And Credit Ninja has been in business for the last 5 years, so they've been doing something good. This is really great. Also, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about lenders that give you up to $10,000 instantly with no pay stubs or credit check. The third lender that we love is Advance America. So with Advance America, you have loans and lines of credit. This is pretty good. And the cool thing is that you basically you have a very generous lender here. You can actually get up to $50,000 instantly with no pay stubs or credit check. But based on our experience, based on our research, usually the average amount that the borrowers get is about 10 grand to $12,000. Okay, and we're speaking here about with no pay stubs or credit check. Okay, and so when you think about the Advance America, you have all kinds of loans with them. You have payday loans, you have installment loans, you have title loans, you have cash advances, you have lines of credit, you have online loans, you have emergency loans, you have personal loans. So you have a constellation of loans that actually you get through Advance America. So we love that a lot. What I want to say here is that when you think about Advance America, first of all, I want you to think about a lender that has been around for 25 years. I mean, so they must be doing something right. Okay, 25 years they've been actually issuing loans to all kinds of credit scores. This is pretty good. And but if you are interested, the first thing you want to do is to call. If you want to contact Advance America to see what's available for you. I mean, even before you apply, you can apply online, not a problem. They have a soft pull process also, and but it's just better to call them first, so you have a clear idea about the loan programs they have in your area. So the number here is 1-866-261-5166. 1-866-261-5166. This is really good. They have excellent customer service. They'll answer all your questions. And or what you can do is you can also sign up with Advance America and ask your questions via email. But what I want to say is that, I think I've said this before, what we love about Advance America is the flexibility. So you have all kinds of loans, payday loans, installment loans, title loans, cash advances, and those are for loans. But if you want actually lines of credit, you also can get them, and they also have online loans. So this is pretty good. But they're not available in all 50 states. I just want to say that. So the loans are available in Alabama, California, Colorado, Delaware, Florida, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, Nevada, Ohio, Oklahoma, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. So we're going to put those states on the screen so you have a clear idea where you qualify, what kind of states where you should be in to qualify. Another lender that we love here is Jora. So Jora is pretty cool also because when we think about the lenders that give you up to $10,000 instantly with no pay stubs or credit check, Jora is a great contender here. So with Jora, you have bad credit loans, online loans, direct lenders. You have installment loans. You also have lines of credit. So this is really good. And with Jora, actually, Jora is not going to give you $10,000 if you're a regular borrower. They'll give you up to $4,000. But if you have a job history for the last 3 years, a sustained job history for the last 3 years, you might get up to $10,000. This is really important. But the thing is that and the loan amount, the final loan amount that you get depends also on your state of residence. So this is kind of important. But what we love about Jora is we love the customer service. Customer service is impeccable. They'll get back to you. They'll answer all questions that you have, and they'll work with you. Okay, and so you get your money real fast. Basically, you can apply in minutes. It's really easy to apply right from your phone, laptop, or tablets, anywhere, anytime. And it only takes a couple of minutes. In our case, it took about 3 minutes to actually get through the process. So what happens here is that once you apply, you got a quick decision. So typically within minutes of submitting your application, you know exactly whether you are accepted into the program or not. This is really good because it gives you flexibility. It gives you, it reassures you. It tells you, hey, listen, you get your cash anyway. So this is really cool. We love that a lot. And Jora also is a great lender when it comes to getting your cash as soon as possible. So they actually can get you the cash within 4 hours after being approved. So this is really cool. What I want to see here is that you are able to actually use the cash for all kinds of stuff, for emergency expenses, for home repair, for auto service, for other needs. Not a problem. So when you actually close your eyes and think about Jora, I want you to think about a lender that's very flexible. And again, you get you could get $10,000 instantly with no pay stubs or credit check. What we love about Jora is that they get you the cash real fast. But Jora has a geo restriction, quote unquote, problem. So you got to be in the following states to qualify: Alabama, Delaware, Idaho, Kansas, Missouri, Mississippi, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas. You have Utah and Wisconsin. Also, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about lenders that gave you up to $10,000 instantly with no credit check. I'm just sharing with you a few lenders with you. The next lender I want to share with you is Reliable Personal Loans. And when you think about Reliable Personal Loans, you want to talk about, first of all, this lender is incredibly very, very generous. So you're not getting actually 10 grand. You could get potentially $40,000. This is really cool. Think about it, $40,000. Really, really fantastic. So what we love about personal loans, Reliable Personal Loans, is that they are a large network. So here you do not have a direct lender. You have a network of lenders. This is kind of cool because basically you are able to get more funded, funded more quickly, and this is really cool. And you can request a loan regardless of your credit score. This is really fantastic. What we love about Reliable Personal Loans is that you can receive a decision in minutes. So first of all, everything actually happens online. You have a streamlined loan request system that gets you answers real fast, and you also have fast funding. You can be funded within 24 hours. So 24 hours is really good because if you need the cash for something, let's say you have an important project to really fund, you will love Reliable Personal Loans. And the thing is that because this is basically a large network, you have all kinds of I would say risk metrics or risk appetites within the network, right? So you have some lenders who are okay with risky loans. Some lenders are less okay with risky loans. So you will find something that's really that's right for you anyway. So basically, you have here, if you go through Reliable Personal Loans, you have access to a large collection or constellation, if you will, of lenders such as the traditional banks, such as Bank of America, Chase, or Capital One, but also alternative lenders such as Balboa Capital, for instance. You also have some hedge funds also that really get into that. But the maximum here is $40,000. So if you go through Reliable Personal Loans, you actually could get up to $40,000. Another lender I want to share with you is Fast Cash. Fast Cash with fast with 3 A's. Okay. Now, when we think about Fast Cash, we're thinking about a lender that's potentially they're not really generous because the traditional loan amounts that you get through Fast Cash go from $100 all the way to $1,000. Now they can actually bump you up all the way to $10,000 if you have had a job history, a consistent and sustained job history of 3 years minimum. If you have been in the same job for 3 years, not a problem. Okay, so they can go all the way to $10,000, but usually they hover around $100 to $1,000. But hey, listen, it's still something. It's still really something. So when you think about Fast Cash, you got to think about the payday loans online, cash advance loans, online emergency loans, online loans in general. So you have a large constellation of loans that you can actually use for all kinds of situations. Not a problem. What we love about Fast Cash is that the whole process happens online. You do not have to go to a branch, or you don't have to call anybody to really talk about your business. No, and you can actually you can request your loan within 1 to 3 minutes. You can get funded within 4 hours. So this is really good. I mean, if approved, of course. If you are approved, you can be funded within 4 hours. We love that a lot. And what we also love with Fast Cash is that we enjoy the fact that they've been around for nearly a decade, so they know exactly what they actually do, and they have a great relationship with I would say with pretty much all kinds of lenders. You're looking at traditional lenders such as banks and credit unions. You also have alternative lenders. You have online lenders. You have fintechs. You have all kinds of lenders who are supporting Fast Cash. So we love that a lot. And one thing I want to say also is that basically you are able to get your cash. You get your cash ASAP, and you do not have to, like, their requirements are very. They do not ask for pay stubs, by the way. They just want you to at least to make $1,000 every month. So that's the minimum here, $1,000. Another lender I want to share with you is Ace Cash Express. So Ace Cash Express, you actually get it up to $2,000 instantly with no pay stubs or credit check. But you can get all the way to $10,000 if you've been at the same job for 5 years. 5 years, and so you can get that. With Ace Cash Express, you actually have all kinds of loans also. Also, you have payday loans, you have cash advance, you have installment loans, you have title loans. So this is really great. And but Ace Cash Express is geo restricted, so this is really something to really to actually keep in mind. It is geo restricted. They have the cool thing about Ace Cash Express is that you can get the cash online, or you can go to a physical brick and mortar store. It's called a cash at Ace Cash Express store, where you can just get the cash. Okay, and this lender is available in 22 states and the District of Columbia. That's what I was just telling you earlier, that it is geo restricted, but they've been in business for more than 50 years. Okay, more than 50 years, and so the states where they're present are, you have California, you have Idaho, Kansas, Louisiana, Minnesota, Texas. You also have California, Florida, Indiana. I already said that. So Florida, Missouri, South Carolina, Tennessee, and so so they have all kinds of loans based on the states where you're in. So if you want an online installment loan, you have Delaware, Florida, Missouri, and Texas. If you want to have an Ace store loan, you want to think about Colorado, Florida, Louisiana, Missouri, Ohio, Oklahoma, Texas, and Virginia. So basically the way their business loan works is that they basically pay attention to all kinds of, I would say, all kinds of loan metrics to actually grant you the loan that you need. But overall, Ace Cash Express, the loan amount that you can ultimately get depends on your state. If your state authorities have set an amount that is like, Ace Cash Express can never go above the legal amount in your state. And we know that some states are pretty stringent when it comes to the loan amount that you can. Another lender I want to share with you, when we talk about a lender that gives you up to $10,000 instantly with no pay stubs or credit check, basically you're talking about Brady Loans. So Brady Loans is another lender we love a lot. And so when you think about Brady Loans, I want you to think about a very generous lender. You're looking at $500 all the way to $50,000. So that's 50. So this is really good. I mean, you're looking at a very large delta here. That's true. But again, the possibilities are there. Okay. And so when you think about Brady Loans, I want you to think about all kinds of loans. You have personal loans, you have debt consolidation loans, you have auto loans, you have small business loans, you have mortgage loans, you have short installment loans. So again, when you think about Brady Loans, think about possibilities. This is really good. But you can use the cash for all kinds of, scenarios. I mean, Brady Loans is not really imposing any kind of restriction on the use of loan proceeds, so you're pretty flexible when it comes to how to use the cash that you get from Brady Loans. So basically, you can use the cash for debt consolidation, car purchase or repair, medical expenses, major purchases, or home improvements, for instance, bills, weddings, vacation, business expenses, education, taxes, or others. So basically, you have flexibility there. One thing I want to see here is that basically, even though the loan amount can go all the way to $50,000, you do have some limitations within the loan category. So when we talk about installment loans, the maximum loan amount here is $4,000. When you talk about personal loans, the personal loan amount here, the maximum loan amount here is $50,000. So again, you got to really see exactly which type of loan do you want to go after. But overall, what we love about Brady Loans is that if you have a larger loan, if you get a larger loan from them, the payback period is longer also. In other words, the maturity date is actually pushed forward in the future. So you have a decent tenor, like 5 years. This is actually pretty cool. So overall, when you think about Brady Loans, I want you to think about flexibility. I want you to think about a lender that will work with you no matter what. And so if you have no pay stubs, not a problem. If you want a no credit check lender, that's not a problem. Also, they will work with you. This is really cool. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about lenders that gave you up to $10,000 instantly with no pay stubs or credit check. So let me quickly do a recap here so we are on the same page. So we have number 1, Net Credit. Number 2, you have Credit Ninja. Number 3, Advanced America. Number 4, Jora. Number 5, Reliable Personal Loans. Number 6, Fast Cash. Number 7, Ace Cash Express. Number 8, Brady Loans. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.